Hello everyone, this is grade 4, module 7, lesson 15 homework. So, for the homework, complete the top portion of each page. This will become an answer key for you to refer to when completing the bottom portion as a mini personal whiteboard activity during the summer. So, we're going to do the top part of this. And what it says find the area of the figure that is shaded. So we have an irregular shape here, and I'm going to kind of draw this to cut it off. So I have a 4 by 16 and an 8 by 16. So I need to find the area of both of those together. And my formula is area equals length times width. And you might see it that way, you might also see it this way. Either way, I'm going to use those formulas because they're the same thing. So this one side, I have my length of 16 feet times my width of 4 feet, and I'll multiply those out. 16 times 4 will get me 64, not feet, because when I do feet times feet, that's feet squared. So you might see it like that, or you'll see it as 64 square feet. Can be written, or it can be with an exponent. Now the other side I'm going to do in blue. So I'm looking at length times width again. And I'll rewrite my formula. And my length is 16 feet times my width of 8 feet this time. So I'll do 16 times 8. And I'm going to get my area equals 128 feet squared, or square feet, depending on how you want to write it. Now it says the area, we have to find the area that is shaded in the figure. So I have 64 and I have 128. So I'm going to add those two together. And the reason why I can is because the units are the same. They're both feet squared. So I'll add them, and I'll get 192 feet squared. So if I go over to the second one, I got a little bit more work to do, because I got to find the shaded area, and then I got to find the white area, and then I'm going to subtract the white area from the shaded area. So I'll get this started. This whole space is 16, but I want to know this measurement. So if this is 11 to here, I got to go another 5 to get all the way over. So that's where I'm getting the 5 from. So now I'll do this right here, and it's a 20 by 5. My length is 20 and my width is 5, and I want to make sure I take my units. And 20 times 5 is 100. That's yards squared. So that's this part. My blue, I'm going to find the whole thing. So I see that I have 11 and 24, because the 16 is not there anymore because I took off 5 of it. So I have 11 and 24. Length times width. My length is 24 yards times 11 yards. And I can do 24 times 11. And I'll get 264. And that's yards squared. And I'm abbreviating my units so I can get everything in. So that's the shaded piece. But I do have a little piece in there in white that I got to find out. And I see that it's 9 yards times 7 yards. So my area for the white piece is 63 yards squared. And that one I have to figure it out because it wants just the shaded stuff. So if I add 100 to 264, that's 364 yards squared is this whole shape. But now I got to get rid of this part. So I'm going to subtract the 63 yards squared to get my answer. Let's take a look at page 2. On page 2, I'll do number 3 here at the top. I'll get you started with a drawing. A wall is 8 feet tall and 19 feet wide. So I'm going to draw a wall, and I'm assuming it's rectangular. And I see that this is 8 feet, and this right here has to be 19 feet. An opening 7 feet tall and 8 feet wide was cut into the wall for a doorway. Okay? So that's going to be 7 feet. And this will be 8 feet. And this is my doorway. So I'm going to neatly kind of shade around that. So now it says find the area of the remaining portion of the wall. So I want to find the area of the whole thing minus this opening for the door. So the whole thing, and I'll do it in red, I'm going to do length times width. The length is 19 feet times the width of 8 feet. So I'll do 19 times 8 over here. And I get 152. And that's feet squared. So that's the area of the whole thing. But now I have to subtract out my doorway. And I know my length is 8 feet. And my width is 7 feet. And again, it doesn't matter if I do 8 times 7 or 7 times 8. Because we'll still get 56 feet squared. So I have my area of the whole thing. I now have my area of my cutout. I'll just subtract the two. Because they're both in the same units, so I can do that. And I want to find the area minus the opening. And I'm going to end up with 96 feet squared. And that's going to be the wall without the door. So I'll write my answer statement. And there it is. The area of the wall without the door is 96 square feet. Notice I did word form for square feet instead of feet with an exponent of 2. Either one is good. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the rest of your homework.